Come back to Let's Play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This thing is on, right? We adjust the audio. Wow. You know what? Actually, that is working, right? Yeah, I think it is. I just like, because when I have the headphones on, I don't like, have the volume on so that I can hear, like, my commentary along with the capture card playing on my laptop, so I have the volume down completely. It doesn't seem to affect the actual recording itself, but just hearing it like that, it's just like, it doesn't really have that kind of zzz sound all the way through, after all. But anyways, we left off in this lab here, and I can't even remember where we left off. Which... You son of a bitch! Not the poker snake! Still KO'd. Poker snake! Spot thing, poke spot thing, catching Pokemon thing stuff, yay. So, was it at the cave? Trying to get my poke snacks. It's Aaron! Yeah, I just thought of a nickname potentially give you. Yep, it's good, it's all good. I was like, if it's a female one, then the nickname goes right out the window. Oh, Houndoom's still knocked out. Oh, shit. Wolbix. Wait. Wolbix is got. I forget. Shit. I'm pretty sure that ground is effective against steel type as well, isn't it? Well, it's a good thing you're not very strong then, isn't it? Wow. To be fair, it is a type of Pokemon that has some tough defense. Oh! You know, in the previous part we caught a Growlithe, didn't we? And it's just like, made me realize, you only get like one Firestone. 2 if you get the one for Eevee. But it's kind of a pisser, isn't it? Because now we got 2 Pokemon that could use it to evolve. We got Vulpix and Growlithe, but only one Firestone. Now if when we had like had that choice, we had chose the Firestone instead of the Sun thing, wherever it was, for evolving to Espion, and didn't use it on the Eevee, we would still have Eevee and we'd have 2 Firestones, and then eventually we could get like a Water Stone and evolve it to Vaporeon. But then we wouldn't be able to use Water Stones at all other than that. It's just like, it's always happens in Pokemon games. It's just like, you want to have all the Pokemon? I'm afraid we can't let you do that. So we'll give you options that will allow you to evolve some Pokemon, but we will not allow them to evolve all of them, though. So you'll have to buy more games. Or at least get an memory card, or, I don't know, if a friend has got the game and has different ones or whatever. Otherwise, tough shit. One, 2, 3, yay. I shall name you. Yes. I'm gonna give some Pokemon nicknames and stuff, you know. So I named it after Auron from Final Fantasy X, because why not? Because the way I said its name, which is probably not how it's pronounced, but since I pronounced it that way, I might as well give it a reason, you know? He took all the snacks! Bastard. You know, one thing that I'm like... This is in real world now. People like commented on my voice and saying that I have a bit of an American accent or something, and honestly, I've never really noticed. Do I actually have a bit of an accent? I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe it's my kind of default voice when I'm kind of like... I don't really talk the way I talk like that in my videos. I talk with a bit more energy to my voice while around people I'm unfamiliar with or not overly like lively around and just kind of you know just down to earth and kind of mumbling a bit. My voice takes on a different kind of tune. I don't know. My voice is really confusing, especially in my recordings. I mean, like I tend to randomly go into accents all the damn time, so I don't know. I'm crap at recognizing accents regardless. Yay! Eh? So... Let it turn up the door to its heart. Regain the move psychic. Ooh, nice. And button pass. Or whatever. Rain dance? Wait, he had 3 different moves? Wow. That's a first. Ribbon! Should learn to turn and have a nickname? I can't think of one off the top of my head. I've actually been thinking of nicknames for Pokemon. And like, bit of a spoiler, I've actually looked at some other Shadow Pokemon that we have yet to encounter. And one that I wanted to like know if there was one in advance was if this game had a Magmar. And it does. Because I wanted to give it a very specific name. Which we'll get to when we eventually encounter it. I don't know when that will actually be, though. And there are a few other ones, but I can't quite think of them off the top of my head. So, let's see here. We have Zangoose and Gale and Paris. So, let's put Zangoose into here. Actually, why not? And so we've actually got plenty of space to put all these Shadow Pokemon here. So, Growlithe will go... Yeah. Avio facing this way. So, I wonder what, if they've got anything else to say. Ah, there's a ship in the desert? Oh, don't be so silly. Hi, Michael, how many Shadow Pokemon have you managed to snag? Is that right? You've already snagged 33. I can just imagine how furious those Suffragoons must be. I don't really have anything else to say about that. Yeah, there was probably something else that I had on my mind to say in this recording, but I can't remember what it was. Or maybe it was just the accent thing, because I am curious about that. The person who commented on this said it sounded like I got an American accent, because he was kind of like curious. It's like, so where are you from? It's just like, I live in the same country here. I'm Welsh. And all that. It's just like, but it sounded like an American accent. And specifically said like I sounds like I come from Arizona or something like that. I just thought, where would that actually come from? The only, like, I think it's probably because of, like, all those YouTube videos and various things that I've seen. Loads of Let's Players tend to be American, but the only one that I know of that's actually from Arizona would be the Spoony one, and I haven't watched his videos in years. If that snack machine didn't come back, I was considering building another one. Of course, it's easy enough to say, but it's not so easy to actually make one. Now Cypher has to be concerned and cornered, and put down for good. I think, honestly, the other thing that I was gonna mention in this recording was probably just the whole nickname things with the Pokemon. Oh, wait, now I remember another thing. I looked at the battle disc things, not in-game, but on Bulbapedia, and apparently they're like variations of different types of Pokemon battles. Like, there'd be, like, specific kind of challenges to each of them. So that's kind of interesting. We'll get to that eventually, but, you know, the plot beckons and all. Michael, could you bring me up to speed about the Pokemon you've purified? Purification has been completed on 28 Shadow Pokemon. That's a good pace. You seem to have completely mastered the operation of the Purify Chamber. I'm glad that you did. Remember when I didn't have a clue how it worked? I mean, I'm not using it to its full advantage. Potential, but you know, I'm able to use it. Is that right? That's astounding, getting the snack machine back from Gonzap. Michael, it makes me wonder how much tougher you can become. Is there no stopping you? This guy got anything else to say? I don't know why I even bother. Same old. You know, wait, actually, oh, Minoon is there. Did they ever use their rooms? Welcome back, big brother. Oh, you have the snack machine on. That looks the best, big brother. It's cool. Joby wants one too. Michael, welcome back. You're quite the hero. Everyone says so about you, but you be sure to show your face to Layla's every so often, because blah 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 blah. And did I say blah? Because I meant blah. Blah, 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 blah. You know, actually, it's just like, oh yeah, you know, the plot beckons to focus on that before we do stuff like that, but then I'm just like, you know what? There's that one chest that I didn't get because I initiated the cutscene, and I'm still kind of curious as to what it is. Wait, who goes there? Chobin, must we do this every time? And yet another burglar. Chobin will put you straight. Don't you move. Chobin is the name, and Chobin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kimiko. Chobin is forever the only assistant, so Chobin has to be the #1 assistant. Chobin, get some better glasses. You can't see with those on, seriously. And behind those glasses, you don't even seem to have proper eyes. So, as I was saying, you know the battle disc things? Apparently Dr. Miko's house apparently has a number of those. It doesn't really look like it, but maybe it's like over time thing, like as time passes, like new ones go there or something, I have no idea. So, God. Oh. It's a sunny day. Oh, it bloody isn't. It's cloudy. Actually, it's cloudy in-game as well, isn't it? I remember. You know, Psybeam kind of looks like a Rainbow Rose. No wonder why it can have some devastating damage on some Pokemon. It's even got stars attached with it and everything. So, I wonder if he's still got that, Groudon robot thing. Probably has, because I remember seeing on Wikipedia, like, it had showed rematch and he seemed to be in that thing as well. It's like, this is supposed to be a blind LP, but I've actually seen some of this stuff. Can't help it, man. It's like, if I'm like, that's why I've recorded so much in advance so far, because I'm curious to see all that this game has to offer, essentially. Like, what all the Shadow Pokemon will be, and, you know, just generally how the plot will go. I still haven't confirmed who the big bad guy is, though. But I'm just still going to assume that it's that one little old man guy, or whatever. I can't even remember what his name is. I think it was Vince or something like that. But that's one spoiler that I won't look up. Level up! It's like with the admins, I didn't actually look up what they look like, just so like, when I actually encounter them, I'd be like, oh, so this is the admin. Jobin lost again! My glasses! But honestly, one thing I am kind of starting to doubt is that Kaminko is probably not a villain. Probably. Still can't quite rule it out, but probably not. Oh, it's you, Michael. It is possible that you came for a battle with my Robo-Groudon. Jobin sadly must announce that the modification work is not yet done. Jobin suggests you curb your enthusiasm. An email will be sent when Robo-Groudon is ready, so wait for that eagerly. Do you like freaking challenge everyone to a Pokemon battle that comes here? Jobin will send an email, blah blah blah. I came here for all the stuff. To see Kamiko's fabulous inventions and stuff. Because we never actually did go in this direction, did we? I wonder what's over here. Bunch of stuff that we can't click on. Difficult looking books. Ah, this was seen in the intro, wasn't it? Hey, look, it's Groudon down there. Honestly, I thought this was going to be in the villain's lair or something like that. I don't know. Maybe there is, like, something like this in the villain's lair as well. I have no idea. This honestly seems like it'd be like the layout for a gym or something, wouldn't it? Doesn't it? Wait, there's something shiny over there. Shiny! Battle CD! This must be where all the battle CDs are then. I've seen that the battle CDs in this, in Kaminko's lab, seems to have ones that you can actually battle using Kyogre and Groudon. Of course, only on the battle CD thing at Relgam Tower, but still, that's neat, I suppose. You know, it's just like, I remember a Pokemon Coliseum, like, on the cover of it, it shows, like, Groudon and Kyogre in the background. I don't think it showed Rayquaza, though. But it also shows Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. Those three were in the game. But Groudon and Kyogre were not. They could be traded into it, fair enough, yes. But that's about it. It's just like false advertisement, man. It was even in the intro movie as well. It was just like, what the hell? It's filled with extra white paper. There's writing on them. Try reading something. What? Top secret, the Bookman HQ lab has a secret room somewhere. It doesn't look like anybody knows where it is. Jovi will find it first and make it a secret base. The robots in this room are made to look like a red Pokemon and a blue one. And they're supposed to work, but Jovi is not sure if that's true. Because Jobin says that Jovi can't take a ride. Jovi bets Jobin won't let Jovi take a ride because they don't work. Jobin's a cheapskate. This entry is written in a different style than Jovi's. Robo Groudon is splendorous. No making fun of its greatness. Jobin obviously wrote that one. This is Jovi's diary. Jobin's not allowed to write in this. Candy's a good singer, and she's really pretty. Jovi wishes Jovi could be a star like that too. Jovi knows Jovi will get Big Brother to take me to OMS. When people at OMS see Jovi, they'll try to recruit Jovi for sure. When is Big Brother coming home? So, how do we get to the ground floor? Wait. Wait. Is that the ground floor where the Kyogre thing was originally? Or is this a different room entirely? If it's a different room entirely, then I have no idea. 21 minutes into this recording, it's just like, okay, so the plot, you know, beckons, we must focus on the plot, and we completely ignore it. What? What? I thought this place was like everything was toppled over, it was just the lighting. I have grown weary of taking others with their peculiar inventions. The Robo-Pokemon were no good. I need a new purpose in life. Ah, yes, that's it. Robo-trainers. No, wait. There's something wrong with that idea. It's not it. Well, you did say last time. It's like, oh, you can do whatever, man. I don't care. This elevator leads to the ground floor, doesn't it? Yep. So, Kyogre used to be here, but it was scrapped and taken to the scrap shop or wherever. Groudon's over here is just like, what am I even doing? I'm supposed to be a legendary Pokemon, and now I've become a robot. What the hell? It was a rare candy all along. Oh. Another battle CD. Anything over here? No. Could we hijack the Groudon? How are we even supposed to go up there? How can you climb over these things? The game doesn't allow. That'd be kind of amusing, wouldn't it? Just riding around with the Groudon robots. Going into towns, challenging trainers to Pokemon battles. But no such luck. So anyways, with all that, let's actually return to the plot now. The plot calls! Seriously though, how ominous is that building? I mean, when I first went there, it's like, oh, this is definitely a villain's lab. But now I'm just thinking that he just has an odd sense of, architecture, I don't know, design. I mean, this place is clearly the main villains. I mean, there's bound to be an eye up here somewhere. It's clear, man. It's clearly obvious. I mean, how did... Well, maybe people have noticed this building before, but they're just like, we don't have a warrant to go check the place out or anything. I don't know. Just like, clearly suspicious, but let's ignore that. You tell me there was this up here this whole time. Ah, the bloody poker friggin' again? So go. Who gave you permission to enter? I give myself permission to enter because I am the protagonist. Go wrong. A shoulder in a rifle. I wonder if you have any shadow Pokemon on you, and whether it's a shadow Pokemon that I know is in this game or not. Oh. Ooh, a shadow shelter! That is one I did not know of. But honestly, I kind of assumed that a lot of the Pokemon are probably going to be like Kanto and Hoenn region. Well, there seems to be a lot of Kanto region Pokemon in this one. Which isn't really that bad, I suppose. The appeal of Colosseum was that it was a lot of Johto Pokemon focused when, like, at that point in time, all the Pokemon games on the Game Boy Advance that you could transfer from Colosseum were like just Hoenn region and Kanto region with only a few Johto regions, so it kind of like, it was nice though, but anyway, I'm just rambling, so, you know, Side Beam, and bite the shelter, but don't knock it out. Swallowed! I have one of those too. This one's for Snow, bro, you jackass! That's the first time in quite a while that has happened. It was level 29! 29! Its defense must have sucked. Because Houndoom's only one level higher. I guess I shouldn't have been like, this is for Slowbro, you son of a bitch! Because maybe then that wouldn't have happened, I don't know. But that's the way it goes, that was a major pisser, that was. First shadow Pokemon that we've accidentally knocked out in quite some time. See what I mean? Like, earlier in this part I was like talking about like the accent thing, and just like my voice in the recordings changes so freaking often that it's just hard to tell where freaking accent begins, ends, and goes wherever. I just talk in a random way when I'm recording, but when I'm just talking normally, my voice kind of like, I suppose, would have some kind of distinguished kind of accent. I don't know. I have no idea. But does it really matter? No. Shit, it's a Sharpedo, so, how about... Repair yourself! Side Beam! I just thought something bizarre. Just like a villain uses nothing but Golbats, and just like the strategy, when someone asks him about a strategy, so what's your strategy in your Pokemon battles using all these Golbats? I mean, what do you use? Just like, I don't know, man, I just wing it. Oh, that's so bad. Shockwave! Holy shit, never mind, a swift defeat. That usually does jack shit in damage. Swallow didn't even get to do anything. It's like he's got a mustache. What? Just brute force? And the shoulder fled somewhere. Well, yeah, man, brute force is the way to go in these type of situations. You just kick the crap out of your opponent, and that's it. PP. That is, unless, you know, your opponent uses strategy as well, in which case things can get a bit tougher. I guess I'm gonna have to go up the stairs, come back down, and mysteriously disappear. Well, reappear in this spot. I guess someone jumps down, moves in, then... Damn it, Mirabee, where are ya? Where are ya? If it's at Pirate Coliseum, then I don't care, because really, it's a pain in the ass going back and forth. Is that a cave, Pokespot? Okay. I want to see what's down here first. Ah, son of a bitch! Oh, aren't you a cutie? Have you gotten lost all alone? What have we got? Brasilia and Opal. Prepare to be side-beamed and embered. K.O. You know, it's kind of weird, really. The current team that I've got going, I've got like 2 fire Pokemon, 2 psychic Pokemon. And the other one is normal type, and you got like a poison type. The Drain! That was weak. I wonder how long it's going to take to get through all this place at this, you know, pace. We're not really, like, storming the place much, are we? Psybeam to you, Ember to you. I keep doing Ember even though it's pretty weak. Damn it! This is... Oh man, that was really weak. And now it's gonna be even weaker! You know, picture that, imagine that in your mind. Espen gets hit by attack and just starts, like, chewing on an apple and heals. I mean, that's essentially what it is, isn't it? At least that's what it tends to look in the main Pokemon games. When you, like, look at leftovers, it always shows it as a half-eaten apple. So that's kind of an odd image in mind right there. Psybeam! Feet. Tick. You had no shadow Pokemon. So why did I on-screen it? I don't know. I really don't know. Losing to a boy like you, I'll be out on the street begging for a job. Well, you can always just challenge people to Pokemon battles. You get money from that. Well, that's if you win, of course. Ultra Balls. Rare candy. Yeah, that'd be a kind of bizarre thing. Just like, so what's your job? What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a Pokemon trainer. And? Well, do you really need to have an occupation when you can just kick the crap out of other people? In a Pokemon battle, of course, not like actually kick the crap out of them, although that in itself is also an occupation of sorts. I doubt that in the world of Pokemon, though. Can you imagine that? Like they have, you know, human sports, like boxing, or things like that, and it's just like, I just can't imagine it in the world of Pokemon. So let's get to that cave spot before Mirabee decides to, moonwalk his way into another place. So, I would say off-screening, but kind of like, that'd just be like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, I don't know. I'm just kind of generally kind of lazy when it comes to editing at times. So, which spot was it? I think it was the cave one. Stop the music! Well, 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 if it isn't the ultra uncool boy who always messing up my plans. Boss, use your world's best dance steps and punish the past. Oh, what a swell idea. Let's try that right away. Let the music start. He stops the music, then he has the music start again. Although it's different music for his battles. Ridiculous! You only use them because they dance, it's obvious. Their hands kind of look like something. I can't quite think what. It's like something you'd see in the scenery, maybe like trees in the Mario games or something like that. Or maybe a creeper from Minecraft. You know, I still haven't actually played Minecraft in my entire life. I've seen videos of it, and that's about it. Soybean! But weak as shit. Oh! Mirabee, you don't have the best, smartest brains out there. Soybean. Damn it. Fight. Level up. Celia. Oh, it's the shadow of Celia. Ha 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 ha! Level up. Wait, that's all you got? Wow. Switcheroo. Let's bring out Volvix. And Charm. Ow! Ow! Charm! Your attack is gonna be non-existent. Except not. Oh, you! Oh, you've gone and done it now. This idiot clearly doesn't realize that I don't really have any Pokemon that are weak enough to not one-shot you. Oh, wow. Neat. So, Ralts, what you got? Shit, that'd probably knock it out as well. I'm gonna risk it. Chance it. Otherwise, it'd just be the shadow attack, and we can barely do anything. It seems pointless. Like that, you know? Mini confusion! Okay, it's not really that strong after all. Good, good. But you're in your hyper reverse mode. So cool. Let's just throw Pokeballs. You're not weakened at all, really, but we'll give it a try anyway. Yep. No such luck. Ralts! Do something, Ralts! Owies! Owies! Ows! 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 Super potion. No! Ralts! You did God damn it. I can't get into the river with you, not at all! That battle was pure shit! My groove was just a little off today. Don't you even think that you've bested me yet, you silly boy. Okay, you two, let's go, escape. Why do I keep voicing you in that way? What a major, just absolute disgrace. Got away again. Why must Shadow Pokemon be so unbelievably weak? I mean, they hyped them up to be like these really powerful Pokemon, but they're really not. I mean, their attacks are super effective against any non-Shadow Pokemon, but that's about it. And it's not exactly like they're suddenly immune to, you know, all our attacks. Oh, you battled Egon, the legendary trainer. Oh, you made me so jealous. Not only that, you actually beat Egon. And if I beat you, it would be the same as me beating Egon, wouldn't it? That's it, we've got to have a battle. That's what I wanted to hear. Sure, why not? Since we're here and Ralts is still not ready to open the door to its heart, it seems. So, like, legendary trainer, he has a Pikachu and it keeps, decreasing in level. It's kind of like Ash's Pikachu. With each new season, it has to go back to level 5 or something. And forget, like, how to actually use moves effectively as well. So, Ash, in terms of, like, if trainers had levels, he would go back in levels as well, I suppose. Wait, actually, I got a better idea. That will do just nicely. Ralts. I think that Rolf's just called Meryl fat. Hey, I'm not fat, I'm KO'd is what I am. I'm cardboard. Togepi! So, like, don't even need to bother. Can you imagine if I waited till, like, after we'd, like, gone through the whole main game story to come back here for this? It's like, what the hell, man? Oh, no! Just like that happened ages ago, man. I didn't get to train that much. Losing you means I'm just like Egan, I guess. I can live with that. Rolls is ready to be purified at long last. Rolls. Rolls up the door to its heart. Regain the move Shockwave. Regain the move Sing. Got barely any XP, but still. And a ribbon. I shall name you the same as I did in Pokemon Emeralds. I tend to name Pokemon after characters from usually previous LPs or stuff like that, or other games, anime, or in this LP, also wrestlers it seems, but this one's an anime and visual novel that I LP'd, well, years ago. In fact, it was like the first LP that I uploaded from Canon. I do know, like, I think it was in the previous part where, like, when Teddy got KO'd, and I've done that at least another time as well, where I had that clip from my Persona 4 LP where Kanji's like, Teddy! I'm totally gonna use stuff like that in reference to most Pokemon that have nicknames. Well, some of them at least. But, pause the game, gonna stop recording, I'll see you next time, viewers. I'm gonna immediately record afterwards, but either way it goes. With the, I mean, I've only uploaded one part so far, but in terms of upload schedule, it's kind of like, it kind of goes like this, really. It's like Final Fantasy X, next day, no upload, because that's where I'd upload on my old channel instead. Then the day after that would be Pokemon XD, and the day after that, only upload on the old channel, and the day after that would be Sins Busting Out. Day after that, upload on my old channel, no uploading on the main channel. Day after that, 510, and then you get the general idea. So it doesn't upload quite as much to kind of like warrant so much recording, but I can't help it, man. It's supposed to be a blind LP. If I don't record often for it, I'll probably end up just like looking up spoilers for like all the Shadow Pokemon and stuff like that. So I'm just like, nope, must record. Must have it as genuine reaction. Well, anyways, I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.